Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, RC Morty Hobbies. I'm Josh. Just a quick reminder for you all to subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, and I like responding to them. I'm just giving you guys another update of what's happening with my train project. It's the HO scale, which is 1/87th. I got 2 more posters, or backdrops to the back. As you can see, I know that part doesn't look super good, but when the train's running across it down on the bottom part, lower down like that, it looks pretty good. I have another backdrop coming to cover this part of the wall up. I also got 2 new lights. These are your standing lights. They work really well. They don't take up much room. The tripods took up too much space, and these are like 40 bucks each, and they're very bright, and they're actually controlled with these remotes, or radio remotes, 2.4 gigahertz, and very simple on-off. Works really well. Has several different settings. Like from this is like more of a warmer setting to a really bright, and then not even bright. I mean, you can get them brighter and dimmer with the buttons here, and you can also rotate from warm light to white light kind of deal. So not bad. I mean, I know it doesn't look like I've done too much on here, but I have actually went and got this big box here, all these foam parts and little bits and pieces inside of here. It's actually a Woodland Scenics HO Grand Valley layout kit. This is something I had originally when I built something when I lived back east. Basically, this is the first kit I had built. So because I know it comes with tons and tons of stuff and parts, I knew I can get it and use it for what I'm doing. I mean, it's like $435 plus shipping. It's not bad, because if you bought all this stuff separately, you're looking around $800 or more to buy all this stuff separately. Foam's not cheap, especially anything to do with hobby grade stuff. So, basically, this is so I got the road kit stuff here. These are the parts of the track, basically. And this is the one if you buy it separate, the track bed. Tracks goes on top, and so I got more than enough of that now. Hope lots of decorative stuff, paint, glue, all kinds of fun stuff. Road tape, which is cool. Stuff called Smooth It, which is over here. You mix that stuff out, you pour it, smooth it out. This is like all the plaster stuff, basically. That's right. And it makes a road, and then you paint it. It's like this. It's asphalt color, and it came with that. Plus, I bought an extra container of asphalt color paint, so it looks pretty good. It looks really nice. I mean, these little pieces are actually what this is too. And it just gives you basically you put these up against the tracks and you pave over it, so it's like roadway. You can drive over them. Works really well. These are molds for rocks. Lots of that stuff. With a whole new container of this stuff, which makes your plaster casts very nice. Lots of plaster cloth to cover the whole thing, make it nice and strong before you start painting. Sorry, dig that up easy enough. Basically, this box has all the plaster stuff in it, making molds, roads, lots of plaster cloth rolls, whole bunch of walnut shell grounds for ballast and different stuff for decorating. One of my power strips with a surge protector in it. I have another one over there, but this is more of a heavy duty one I got. So I have a lot of stuff I'm plugging in with power sources. Instruction manual. Decoding. This little guy can hold up to 16 different on and off switches, or 8 tracks, or turning switch tracks. I mean, basically this one doesn't have a motor attached to it. Those do. This is what the motor looks like, a little switcher motor, back and forth. I got a whole bunch of these. I got a whole bunch of more. I have a whole bunch more turnouts coming in that have the motors attached. Apparently, the place the motor from fully restocked on those, so I got a bunch of those. You can see the different foam bits. Works really good. These risers. Let's see. I've got my high-end. This is pretty nice. This is actually a wireless control setup. So this little guy is your wireless transceiver. Power unit is in this box. Power supply for the transceiver. This is actually the radio. Well, they call it radio, but this is everything you need wirelessly instead of it plugged in. You can have it plugged in if you wish, or put 3 AA batteries in it, and it's wireless. So you can walk around the table without having it tethered to anything. So tethered or untethered, I want the untethered wireless one. Very nice stuff. Very nice stuff. Let's see. This box, basically all electronics are going to sit on top of this. Sit in this. Power supplies, everything's going to be in here. Wired up really nice. Lots of blinking lights and good stuff. Down here's a box of all the electronics I have so far. Lots of fun little things. Little track pieces. This is on-off lights like red and green. These are traffic signals. Pretty cool. I got a bunch more of those coming in. So basically, you have cars sitting there. It goes red, yellow, green. Has a little chip in there, so it actually controls that. This little guy, which this actually will do that too. It'll control everything. You can set it to flash, to blink, to pattern light, or simply to work your turnout switches. I got 2 more of these coming in. I had to order these from the Netherlands because this particular one I ordered here in the States. They sold out. I was able to find the manufacturer. The manufacturer directly sells these. They're in the Netherlands. I'm not sure when it's going to show up. It's supposed to be before the end of the month. We'll see. Hopefully soon, sooner than later. And the individual power supplies for these, which is recommended, 12 volts, 3 amps. So, where they go? Underneath these guys. So, I got 2 of these little guys. And it basically is everything you need. 12 volts, 3 amps. I got 2 of these and a different one. I'm just trying a couple different types out. I got 2 of these guys working for this. This is the Digitrix. This operates kind of like this. This one, oddly enough, is about the same price and does a lot more. Very nice. These only do, instead of 8, it can do 4 at a time. But, you know, I just grabbed whatever I can find in stock. So these will do 4 turnouts. I got 2 of those. These will do turnouts and lights and, you know, different things like that. So I got 3 of these in total, 2 of those. So I got plenty of stuff to work on my turnouts and lights. I hope, because I got a whole bunch more turnouts coming in. I got a lot of lights. I mean, if I need to, I can always wire turnouts together. So hit a button, I'll switch a couple of them at once, which is not a big deal as long as you know what's doing what, right? Same with the lights. So I think I got enough electronics. I got power supplies. Lots and lots of little lights doing different things. I got this is the 3 chords, so basically I've got positive, negative, common. There's positive and negative rolls. Wire. These are basically distribution blocks to get your positive and negative going in there, and you can control a whole bunch of stuff through just these distribution blocks. So like street lamps and housing lights, which is what these are mainly for, street lamps and housing lights, and even some of the turn signals and stuff. I mean, traffic signals and stuff will work off of these. That way it just uses, well, the traffic signals, okay, the way that would work is you just use a chip it came with. It just needs a power supply, and it'll just randomly go through red, green, yellow slowly, right? And if I want to do it differently, I can program into that box and it'll do different control system patterns. But mainly these things, that way I can put a whole bunch of street lamps houses together on these and only have to draw so much wire, so it saves space. And I got a bunch of other things in here. I got street lamps in there, which is kind of funny. They're kind of big, but they're HO and they're I guess they're, so you can kind of change the height on them, make them work, right? A bunch of different stuff in there. And I got a whole bunch more stuff coming in too to help out with that. Rail couplers, which leave them out because I kind of need them now. A couple little O-scale cars or Mercedes. I had these for a while. Okay. There's various items that it works with. The foam was, I mean, getting that kit came with so much foam pieces. It's nice. Those big sheets are back there for it. Helps a lot. It kind of helps level things out. I ain't gonna be doing I have 1 turn down. I'm gonna do a 2nd turnout with a couple bridges attached, kind of fading into here, going in different directions. We'll see. I'm trying to think how to connect them. I have a couple X and T cross, or X and plus. You can connect easily enough. Drive it through a little bit down there if I need to. I had to take out some of what I did from this part and that part back. And this is all new foam, and it looks a lot cleaner than it was before, because if these things aren't done just right, you start putting your tracks down and it's too bumpy or something, you just pop the trains and the cars out, the locomotives and the cars right off the rails, and that's not fun. So basically it takes a lot of time to do your sub-terrain work, but the more time you do your sub-terrain work to make it just right, the less you're gonna have to be messing with it after you get all that stuff decorated on there, running your trains and finding out they're popping tracks because something's wrong and having to adjust something. So making sure this stuff's perfect, well, as close to perfect as you can the first time around, is a lot better doing that now than later. I'll raise this up a little bit so these will work. This is going to another. These come in together. These, so I got more turnouts coming in for that. I'm not going to be using these. These are more like, consider these basically like my dummy ones. I just use these to no workplace things. And that goes there on the way around. As you can see, I got this one connected. And this little part here is where I have to press it down so it wouldn't pop the rail. Pretty cool. Up here is the basically is the train yard, and there's going to be a bit more turnouts out here doing different things. So it connects up here, goes all the way around, and connects to that part back there. Reconnects all the way down. So as I'm going to have a second connector coming up, and then we're going to connect and probably go crisscross across a few different things, maybe like all the way down like that. So just different directions and things they can do. And even with this system, the system I bought, the control unit, the command unit I bought, you can program a lot of different things. You can hit a couple buttons and it'll just switch all the switches, switch certain turnout switches to allow you to do different things with your yard. It's pretty cool. So I've got a lot more things coming in, a lot more things I'm going to be ordering for that. So it's a very large train yard. This is decent. It's going to actually be a lot bigger before you know it. I actually sold pretty much all my RC stuff for a decent amount, so everything I got, even my showroom pieces, sold. So I'm gonna be having a lot more train stuff coming in. So it's gonna be pretty darn cool as I'm working through this, building up over time. And like I said, I'm probably gonna try to read. I will try to read creepypastas as some of these trains are running by with some fog going and stuff. I mean, that's down the road. This stuff takes a long time to do. I mean, I don't like saying this too much, but this is basically going to be like a repair station. A little building here for cars and stuff. And I'll show you that guys out in a minute. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. Still got a little way, obviously quite a ways to go for subterranean just to get it just right. The power for the switches, some of them are underneath, like under table switches. They're not really under the table. I just cut them. I cut into the foam, which works nice. Okay. All right, so I laid out some of the train cars I bought that I have on hand. I got other stuff coming in, other stuff I'm ordering that has not showed up yet. Okay, so this is a Walters mainline train locomotive. I'm not sure when they started making these, but I think it's fairly new. They started making locomotives. It looks cool. All digital sound, lights, nice stuff. There's a Bachmann one, all digital sound, lights. Not as high, not as. From what I heard, these are great, but these are good, but not great. The sound could be better from what I heard. These sound like they're really nice. So I'm looking for that's cool. I have a Broadway Limited coming in that has a smoke feature too, which is really neat. And that's more of a higher end one. I'm looking at getting another couple different types as well that are higher end models that have really nice features and stuff. I figured I might as well just go all out and make it nice, right? I was able to sell I pretty much sold all my RC stuff, so I'm using that money to really go full into this train stuff. Be able to do what I wanted to do originally when I first got into it, right? And I'm doing more of a tanker car theme this time around. Metal wheels, metal couplers. Some of these, like these blue ones, do not come with metal wheels, so I'm adding metal wheels to them as well as metal couplers, different things like that. Some older ones, I replaced the wheels and couplers. It's looking good. This is some of my older stuff. Then I have, this is something I had from a while ago. Still nice. These are kind of some things just got in, some lesser stuff. If I end up using them, I'll put metal stuff on them, but right now it's got some plastic wheels. There's nothing wrong with them. I can leave them out there in the train yard. They'll still look pretty nice. Some other stuff. These are some of the hills I built. I'm going to try to reuse them in different places. Just kind of plaster cloth them in and redecorate around them. So why not? They still look good and they're useful. Got a KFC building, got some other buildings coming in. It's pretty neat. Well, that's right, because I got there's 2 buildings here. That's like a warehouse. There's another warehouse. They're all lit. They all have lights. Fog machines down there. Okay, got a bunch of other lights. This is going to be where the cars go in for repair. Very neat. Big silo stacks, a little church, a donut shop. Some little couple train buildings back here. It's technically a dealership for International, pretty neat. And I got a few other buildings coming in as well. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. We're doing all this stuff, and all the buildings are lit and painted. And I mean, I got more stuff coming in to build, paint, and light. Not bad. A bunch of LEDs to add to the buildings. Basically, that's what these are for. Because I'm able to get a whole bunch. Because I bought a bunch of street lamps and stuff individual. I'm just using these for the buildings, so it's really cool. Bunch of paint. Guy went out and bought a whole bunch of paint. Hobby Lobby actually is not too bad on paint prices. I think it's like $3.50, $4 for each one of these little jars. It's not too bad. Most hobby stores charge a bit more than that. So, a box of old stuff. I haven't really gotten into this fully, but more like it will be using the building and some other parts from that on it because I got space to do it. Why not? This is another roll of power line I've been using for the buildings. Alright, well, that's that. That's the update. Hope you guys like what you saw. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I will talk to you guys shortly.